Hello everyone, welcome to Redmen TV. It is player ratings time. Liverpool beat the kids 4-1. That was a bit touch and go at half time, but we got there in the end. This is player ratings. You can vote for your players. You give them what the score that you think that they deserved. You can do that by pressing !vote space followed by the number. I will tell you when the poll is open for the player. I will tell you when it's closed. I will tell you the results. Kelleher is open right now, so give your thoughts on Kelleher. What number do you think he deserved for today? It's slightly difficult. He had 19 touches of the ball, so I've got 2 minutes or a minute to fill on that. Most of that will have been him picking the ball out the goal. But to be fair to him, Villa didn't have a lot of opportunities, he didn't have a lot to do, but for the goal himself, he tries to make himself nice and big, but it's a good finish from Louis Barry in the end. Apart from that, like I said, Kelleher didn't have a lot to do. I think you guys have given him a 6 out of 10. Next, we are going to move on to James Milner. I thought he had a very good game, if I'm being perfectly honest. Possibly a surprise. He bombed forward, he got himself in the left-hand side, supporting Mane as and when he could. The fact that he just kept on tucking into his right-hand side made him slightly predictable in what he was doing. There was loads of hopeful crosses, which was a bit of frustration in the first half. But in the second half, Mane was making runs, he started playing little cute passes, people on the inside channel and picking them out and getting involved. Besides that, he took one of their players out and then give himself a bloody nose. But that's what you want to see from James Milner. I think the importance for him and a lot of others in this game is a fact of fitness and game time. So looking at the bigger picture of things, I think that was absolutely huge for James Milner. Lots of big scores coming in there for the minute, mixed between 7 and 8, which is what we like to see. I think 8 is going to be the standout winner in this one for James Milner with 29 votes, so a lot of everybody else enjoying his performance as well. And again, when we're playing the likes of Manchester United in the next game coming up, it's good to see he's got that confidence in him, he's got the game time. I don't think his fitness is ever a doubt, is it? So I think I'm just going to go ahead and give him an 8. Next on score, Fabinho is live right now, so it's !vote space followed by the number that you think Fabinho deserves. Again, he's not a centre-half. He's not. He didn't have a lot to do. Again, looks to his right. Someone else is next to him. This time it was Reece Williams, who we'll come on to shortly. Nothing to do. Aston Villa had 2 chances within that game, what I thought you saw in the second half. I think I called it in commentary, a Matip-like run. He had a lot of time on the ball, he was able to get forward, he was able to pick out passes, a couple of long ranges, short passes, or just get himself involved in corners. I think he had a couple of chances with his head as well. But again, I think he deserves a huge amount of credit for playing in a position that he doesn't play. He's not supposed to be there, but he's done it again. Loads of questions about whether he should play at all. As we all know, away, you don't have a lot of centre-backs at this football club with 2 working legs. So was he risked? But again, there's a nice gap between that and Manchester United. He'll be frustrated with conceding a goal. I think it was 1 or 2 moments where him and Reece Williams kind of were going for the same ball at times as well, but that's just communication problems. Fabinho finishes with a 7, which I think is pretty fair. Now, Reece Williams, is he live, Si? Yeah, he's live. !vote. It's below me. You can read. I don't have to keep telling you. We have to talk about the goal, unfortunately, which went to 1-1 and kind of put doubts into our mind. But if anything it did put it into our mind was the fact that we do need a centre-half at this club. I'm not going to throw the lad under the bus. He's 19 years old. I'm aware we were playing kids, which is also fine. But this lad's been thrust into a position that he doesn't want to go and be in. He got done for pace a couple of weeks ago, and he's been done again today. Louis Barry, credit to him, used his strength, used his pace, and an excellent finish for the goal. But again, it just highlights what we need. We need someone else to fill that gap. If Fabinho gets injured, we're kind of screwed. But saying that though, I think Aston Villa kind of went into the shell once they went 2 goals behind, which gave him more time on the ball. He was being a bit more confident. He was taking extra touches. He was picking out the right pass. So I'm not going to completely throw him under the bus. Going forward, he didn't do anything. And to be fair, after they scored their goal, they didn't threaten a lot because we didn't allow them to. So 5 he gets for that. Maybe, yeah, that's slightly fair because if he does his job, we don't concede the goal. Neco Williams next is live now. Get your votes in for him. Again, was quite nice to see him get some game time. Again, I talked about fitness, confidence probably more so for him. He's been up and down with his performances at Liverpool Football Club. getting a lot of stick on social media. But I thought, the caveat in this is we were playing kids, so it's hard to get excited about a lot of these performances, but I think he does deserve credit in what he was doing, particularly second half, once we started to get that confidence in ourselves. And again, like I said, Aston Villa went into themselves. He was getting forward, he was doing little twists and turns on the edge of the box, he was looking to pick someone out. In the first half, they were a bit more hopeful crosses and kind of just lofted into the box to kind of at anyone, whereas second half, I think he started to think about what he was actually doing. He built a nice little pour with Shaqiri and Salah there as well, so it's good to see him get some game time under his belt. Some mixed votes coming in, 7s and 8s. There was lots of comments on the Twitter, which Chris did just before this as well, people speaking about Neco Williams, who wasn't actually someone that we picked out to kind of talk about, but it's really interesting the amount of people that have enjoyed his performance tonight. So I think I'm going to just edges an 8 there for Neco Williams. Jordan Henderson. Oh shit, I've drawn on the board. It's fine, don't worry about it. Jordan Henderson played 45 minutes in that game. Again, huffed and puffed. I would say in the first half, we were working the ball. We were trying to beat that low block defence of Aston Villa. They were quite stubborn. Jordan Henderson was key to that. Just recycling possession, trying to wait for the right pass, even trying to bring that ball to Sadio Mane to bring him into play. And there's not a lot to be said for Jordan Henderson after that, in my opinion. But do keep your comments as well as your votes coming in as well. I will pick some of those out. 6. Move Fabinho's number up. Yeah. Better? Cool. Jordan Henderson, a 6, was a standout winner there. I think is fair enough because he only played 45 minutes. Gini Wijnaldum, the vote is open for him, Si? No. It's not open yet, so don't vote for Gini Wijnaldum. I will tell you when. Again, first half was a bit shit. If I'm being honest, I didn't enjoy that at all. Second half was much better. But Gini found himself with a couple of chances, particularly one in the first half. He's live now, so you can vote for Gini Wijnaldum. I think it's Mane or maybe Taki who just about misses a header. The ball comes over Gini Wijnaldum. I won't do it because I'll injure myself. But he tries kind of to half volley it. I think he feels a bit rushed. He could have taken a touch, and he tries to go for that top corner. Just misses. But the crucial part of that game for me was actually Gini Wijnaldum and his goal. We tried so many different things trying to get that second goal, whether it was pop shots I mentioned before, or just lobbing crosses into the box, hoping someone would get on the end of it, shots which were getting blocked. But the difference that Gini made there was he stopped, he made himself an extra yard, which was helped by Taki and his assist, which I'll come on to in a second, and picking out a pass, not firing it. He passed the ball into the goal and put Liverpool 2-1 up, which I think again, when you're talking about 2 goals in quick succession, if Gini doesn't get that goal, I'm not too sure that happens on the run of play. But he's getting a 7, which I think is a standout, and I think that's pretty fair. I think I might have given him that as well, had I done my written player ratings tonight. Curtis Jones, another great performance from him. Someone, again, I keep saying this, and I will keep saying this, game time, confidence, fitness. These are the key things from this that we'll get. Also caveated by playing kids, but he's 19 years old himself, which we do never forget. But I think it's that cute drop of the shoulder, looking to bring people into play with passes. Frustrating in the first half. Again, I said Villa were very low block, denied us kind of doing that in the time and the space. But he gets an assist as well for Sadio Mane's first goal. He's out on the right-hand side. He's picking pockets of space. He's helping Neco Williams out on the right-hand side. And it's actually an excellent ball in. I mentioned before about pop shots going in. He picks out Sadio Mane. He looks up. He picks his man. It's a great ball in and puts Liverpool 1-0 up in that case. And he is getting a 7. Which again I think is very fair. Let's move on to Sadio Mane. I think this might... Oh, Jones is still alive, so we won't do that. Okay, yeah, we'll finish that. Is he live? Sadio Mane is live right now. 2 goals, Sadio Mane. I already mentioned that first header, but he gets a second one as well. Second one's probably a bit more difficult as well. He's got a defender jumped right in front of him. He could have missed the ball, what he did, but then he's going the other way, that way, and then looped ball into the top right-hand corner. Again, massive going ahead into Manchester United. I have no doubt that these players won't kid themselves that they scored 2 goals and will be on cloud 9, but I think it all adds into the previous games that we played and we haven't scored goals against West Brom, against Newcastle, against Southampton. scoring 2 goals in any game going into Manchester United, I think is huge for Sadio Mane. I think he'll have belief in his own confidence in what he does. But I think getting those goals and Liverpool edging that gap in Villa and opening them up a little bit. Aston Villa did get tired towards the end of that as well, but that helped Sadio Mane. He's getting the likes of Taki running inside of him, creating space for him. And he was still desperate for goals. He didn't throw a hissy fit when he went off, which is completely fine. But he gives everything, Sadio Mane, into even FA Cup games where they're done and dusted. Standout man, if I'm being perfectly honest for me, until someone came off the bench who we'll talk about in a minute. Sadio Mane has got an 8. I am reliably informed by Cy Fletcher. I think that's very fair. Takumi Minamino. I did have some notes on Takumi Minamino. He got an assist, actually, so I'm getting a lot of stick in the Twitter, surprise, comments about him not being good enough. I think that was one of those games where it was difficult for him in the first half. I've mentioned the low block in Aston Villa. He needs, a bit like Bobby, he needs that time and space to be able to kind of work the defence and pick out a pass. There was times where I think he was on a bit too close to Mo Salah. He didn't have any room to kind of work with. But you saw that develop in the second half, and he gets that goal for Georginio Wijnaldum. He's got 2 plays, he's got his back to goal, and he just picks out a little side foot pass to Georginio Wijnaldum and puts Liverpool ahead. So I think he was crucial into what we were doing tonight. And again, I will repeat it because I think it's important of the fitness, confidence, and it's getting him some game time under his belt, to be perfectly honest, because he's found it really hard trying to settle into the side. I doubt he'll play any part against Manchester United, but he was good against Crystal Palace. We've hardly seen him since, and I think he's shown glimpses of what he's capable of for this Liverpool side. Seen some mixed responses. I think he's going to get a 7 for that, which I think is fair for Minamino, and quite high. Mohamed Salah, again, a goal under his belt. Mo Salah is live. You can vote for him now using instructions which are just beneath me. This side, whatever. Took his goal really well. I think he kind of struggled. It was kind of pop shots. It was hard luck. It was good defending from Aston Villa. I think we have to give them some credit, as much we might be reluctant because they're a bunch of children. But I thought they defended resolutely. I thought they were quite stubborn. Didn't give Mo Salah any time, which he found quite difficult. But again, back to goal, quick turn through the defender's legs. And an important goal for him, who's come under some criticism, despite him being the top scorer in the Premier League and the top scorer in Premier League in 2020 as well. So hopefully we'll shut up some of those nonsense rumours. 7 is the clear standout for Mohamed Salah in that one, which I think is probably fair. Once again, is that finished, Si? It's nearly finished, so you can still vote for him. You can change my mind, but I think it's still going to be a 7 because he's got 45 votes. It's a clear standout there as well. We will do some more chat on Mo Salah and the rest of them after this with an instant match reaction. And we also do the final word live tonight as well. We're going to stay up late because it's Friday, because we can, and bring you the final words. That's an hour-long deep dive into this game. We're going to do Shaqiri first, Si? Shaqiri is live. He's good, isn't he? Well, what a shock when he's alive and he can play football and he's fit and he's not getting his hair done and all that other stuff. But again, that's an example of what he can bring to the side, and probably a frustration of why when he doesn't start or he doesn't play or he's playing 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 3 minutes, that we want to see more of that. We want to see more of that. Those, I said it before I would say about Thiago, but the Curtis Jones of just kind of picking out that pass, not the creative midfielder. I'm not going to get into that right now, but he got 2 assists in that game off the bench. Which just shows how good he is, and there's no doubt his ability, his availability, which is the frustration with him. But he brings himself on, right attitude, and just kills the game for Liverpool, and then just makes us relax a whole lot more. Shaqiri gets an 8. Good. I'm not going to bother with Origi, Bobby, or Ox because they didn't do a large amount and went on for long. But Thiago is live. My word, what a joy to watch that man is. I know we were playing kids, but still, it's the passes, the variation of passes, the range, the length, the chips, the through balls, the fact that he's got 3 people around him. He just does some magic shit and then he passes the ball to someone else. Chris said it in comms. The man just oozes class and a clear difference maker. I think the game had changed. He helped change the game, and then it changed with the time he come on. I think again, when you go 2-3 goals clear, Aston Villa, I think at that point we're kind of like, oh shit, let's just keep this as low as we can, which invited him on to, you know, just kind of sit on the edge. What Fabinho used to do when Fabinho used to be a midfielder for us, and just sit on the edge of their box, or, you know, in their third, and go, right, go on then, what have you got? And then the ball would just fall to him, and he it's just, ugh, no words. Which is kind of summed up because he's clearly got a fucking 10. From the bench. I can't even write 10. I'm not excited about writing him. He's got a 10. Which is no surprise, really. Keep your thoughts coming and your comments. As I said before, we're going to jump into the instant match reaction, and then we're going to do the final word for those who are members on YouTube and those who are subscribers to the website as well. So if you want to catch up on that later tonight, you can. Those who are just watching on YouTube, you can watch the instant match reaction, which will either be Chris and Ben or Chris and me. We haven't decided yet. So for a surprise, why don't you join us? Thank you for joining. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your votes. Thank you for your support. We'll see you soon. Ta-ra.